Welcome back to Season 2 of The Core, where we're planting the seeds to financial success. I'm your host, Colten Hibbs, Education Credit Union's Financial Health Coordinator. I am joined today by Cathy Wilson. Cathy Wilson is a CFP, Certified Financial Planner, AIF, Accredited Investment Fiduciary, who started C.S. Wilson and Associates in 1985 with 0 assets under management, and now they have over $137 million in assets under management. They have 3 great associates: Marcy Maybury, Financial Advisor; Sally Miller, Executive Assistant; and Skylar Ingersoll, Client Services Associate. They started working with Education Credit Union in 2006 and have a wonderful partnership through the years, providing members with choices of financial solutions all under one roof. And it is an absolute pleasure to have you here today, Ms. Wilson.
Thank you, Colten.
All right. So today we're talking about the benefits of a financial planner. And I mean, I think we're a little biased, but do people, first question, easy one, does everyone need some financial planning at some point in their lives?
Yes, I think so. Everybody needs a plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a direction to follow.
And when you have access to the experts, why not trust the experts, right?
That's right.
Can you explain the role of a financial planner and how it differs from other financial professionals?
Yes. A certified financial professional, as a certified financial professional, we are held to high standards of fiduciary responsibility. Our clients have, their interest has always got to come first.
Yes.
And above ours or anybody else's, the client's interests have to come first. We kind of take a holistic approach and look at their retirement planning, their investment planning, their estate planning, and try to put together a plan for them that they have something to follow.
Absolutely. And fiduciary is sort of that magic word that not a lot of people understand. Just like you said, it means you're putting their interests above your own. You have to do what is best for your client when you're
Absolutely.
a designated fiduciary. And so that's an important word for anybody who's looking at a financial planner. Are they a fiduciary financial planner? Are they guaranteed to do what's best for you?
Right.
Now, can you give an overview of the kind of services offered by C.S. Wilson and Associates?
Yes, we are now, and we always have been, independent financial advisors. In other words, we do not have any proprietary products. We put a plan together, we match the product to the plan, and what will help the client reach their goals.
Whatever their financial goals are.
Absolutely.
There we go. And what would you say is your most popular service? Describe the financial planning process would look like. Walk me through it. Every
client's different. And we gather information to assess what we feel like we can help the client with. It's not just money management, but it's retirement planning, it's estate planning, making sure they've got their wills, their powers of attorney up to date. And that is a little bit how we work as financial advisors.
I love that. And so what are the key benefits of that kind of planning or working with that kind of financial planner?
Right. I think the key benefits, as I've said, is having a plan.
Yes.
You've got to have a plan so you know where you're going and what you have to do to get there.
Yes, and clear goals, right? That's one of
Yes.
the key things. Sometimes people, I don't know if I'm sure you've experienced it, but some
sure.
people walk in and they know they want to retire someday, but they don't even have a number. They don't even have a general idea. So kind of sort of coaching that and finding what that is for that specific individual is all part of the job for you guys.
Yes, it really is. And, everybody's different. And so we feel like giving them a plan and, helping them execute that plan is very important.
And connecting them with those resources that can make that easier for them,
Right.
or at least make it a little less painful. You're setting that aside today so you can use it tomorrow, know. Well, I'm curious, what sort of population do you serve mostly or broadly? Who comes to see C.S. Wilson most often, and why? Why do you think they come to see you for that purpose?
Well, we have clients ranging from 22 to probably 85.
Wow.
Actually, we have 80 well, almost 90.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I would say most of them are looking at retirement. So we not only have to look at the accumulation phase and putting money aside for retirement, but also a distribution phase,
Right.
which is important.
Yeah.
When you retire, where's the income coming from?
Yeah.
And I would say both of those. It's not just retirement, but and this is just to throw this in. We're talking about counseling with people. It's kind of hard, and I'll use myself as an example. I've worked all my life, and to think about retirement, I'm like, that's a big transition. It's a big transition.
Oh, absolutely.
And, what are you going to do?
Yes.
Now, a lot of people don't have that. Don't have that option, but it is a big. I mean, we have to counsel with people.
Well, absolutely.
Because you don't want to just sit and watch TV and drink coffee all day.
And then too, you spent your life accumulating this, and you want to make sure it lasts. And you think about people who win the lottery and it's all gone in a couple of years, and that's the lottery. We're looking at retirement funds that are usually smaller than the lottery package. And so that needs to last you 20, 25, 30, 40 years, however long.
It can.
And so that can be a real challenge of like, how much are you spending this through your working years versus how much are we going to be spending in our retirement years?
When we do these plans, when I'm talking about hard conversations, it could be, you really need to work 2 or 3 more years.
Yeah.
Or you need to cut your spending down.
Yeah.
Or, there's adjustments.
Is there somebody else who can become responsible for this portion of your expenses because you're doing this really nice thing for a relative, and if you want to retire, you need to stop. Well,
it is true. And, a lot of people that are our age, are taking care of elder parents.
Yes.
And, that's expensive.
And those long-term care considerations, not only for the people that they're taking care of, but are these things that they might experience themselves that they need to financially prepare for their children and so on. And so that's a whole chain of preparation and planning that needs to go into things.
Exactly.
I love that. What sort of options are there? Should a younger person, like just getting started, just graduating college, what sort of financial products or services does C.S. Wilson offer somebody just starting on their financial journey? What does that look like?
Well, the younger they are, the more opportunities they have.
I love that.
And if they can get started with maybe a Roth or a IRA, that is fantastic. And it is, if you run the numbers, if you start at 22 rather than 50, you are going to have a much larger nest egg when you retire.
Yes.
So I think one of my I guess bits of advice would be, come see us and let's get you started on a plan, just like if you were 50 or older. Because you need a plan.
Yes, that is
right.
Drop dead date time. Like we need a plan in place by 50, 55, and so the earlier you get started, that gives you more options to leverage whatever assets you do grow during those prime years.
And the way we do plans is that we'll do a plan when you're young, and then we have that plan to go back to. And
readjust and see what your financial journey has looked like.
Absolutely, every few years.
And so, if you're looking to buy a home, if you're looking to accomplish those sort of traditional milestones, and then, life happens or you get a partner and this person has already reached this goal, then you already have these plans in place to sort of readjust. It's hard to adjust a plan that doesn't exist.
And you're saying that, it's real important for couples, to plan together and come together.
Yes.
We don't want to just work with one half.
Absolutely. Especially when two people are making the decisions, then it's harder to accomplish those financial goals working piecemeal.
Right.
Yes. That is definitely a challenge that we've seen. What are some qualifications or credentials someone should be looking for when considering a financial planner?
That's very important. you must find out if the advisor is registered or licensed. And you can do that by going to the FINRA website, brokercheck.com. And you can find out if the client has the advisor has any complaints or there's anything that you need to find out about the advisor, you can do at brokercheck.com.
That's fantastic.
And let me look here. I think that's the main thing. And, our clients, we want people that we want to work with and that want to work with us.
Oh, yes.
So you've got to be able to trust your financial advisor.
Absolutely. Money is how we make our way in the world. You need to be able to trust who you're handing it over to. And I love that resource of brokercheck.com to where, again, a registered financial advisor, that's something that carries weight. That carries, you have stringent rules that you follow and standards that you meet. So making sure you can just double check, make sure they get good reviews is an important thing.
It is very important.
And how does a financial planner assess a client's financial situation and goals? Everybody's different. So is there a checkbox that you kind of look for or use?
We do. We have a lot of different financial tools. We will have a client fill out a risk tolerance questionnaire and we score that. And then after that, when we gather assets or, get information about assets, then that helps us to develop a plan for them.
Yes. And then you would take, basically, how would you financial planners tailor advice to each client's unique circumstances? What is an example of that?
Well, it's, as we said, each client's different. And we customize each plan. We do not use I'm going to say model necessarily.
Like a template.
Yes. Every plan is customized and we try to treat every client as an individual and whatever their family needs, whatever they need, the goals that they have, it could be a wedding, it could be buying a house, it could be college funding.
Yes.
That has to be specialized to them, and we try to make a plan that they can pay for that.
Yes, and still maintain all their current levels of comfort, but still prepare for their future. That's one of the key things. How do financial planners stay up to date with changes in tax laws and investment strategies or products that are out there? There's an app for everything nowadays. How in the world do y'all manage to?
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But every year we are required to take so much continuing education, and we attend conferences put on by a broker-dealer that will keep us not only with the current tax laws and what is pertinent to our business, but also financial products that are new and interesting, and that we analyze those to see if anything would fit into our business.
Well, that's fantastic. And that's part of maintaining those standards that keep you a prominent fiduciary financial advisor. I love that. What are some common misconceptions? I love this because I had a couple until I started working in this industry, right? And so what are some common misconceptions people have about working with a financial planner or financial advisor?
Well, it's not all about money management. That is part of it, but we work with clients, we work with death, we work with divorce, we counsel our clients. And I think that's one thing when you're picking a financial planner, that you need to have confidence that they are going to walk hand in hand with you through all your financial decisions you're going to have to make.
Yes, and be your support. Figure out a way for you to make it happen with what you have. I love that. Can you share any success stories or examples of how working with C.S. Wilson and Associates has helped clients achieve their goals? You've been in business for a while. I'm sure you have lots of these.
We have been in business for a long time. However, because of our client information is very confidential.
Absolutely.
But I have some examples. One teacher that came to us and she had done no planning and cried. And,
As one does.
it was tough and it was hard conversation. But I have great news that now she is retired. She started planning and we had a plan for her and she retired and she's doing awesome.
That is fantastic.
And we have a CEO that came to us and all of his needs were met. And I think he's done great. A lot of our clients we've helped, not so much now as we did in the past when the exemption was much lower for the state taxes, but, working with the attorneys
Yes.
to save the clients the state taxes in the past. So it's, we have a lot of success stories, but it's been very rewarding.
Your legacy speaks for itself. And so you mentioned that teacher who comes in and they're unprepared. What does that initial conversation look like when somebody comes in for that first time, when they sit down with you guys?
It can be a hard conversation because, and we'll talk about teachers. I mean, teachers cannot necessarily retire on TRS alone. And so they need a Roth or a 403B or an IRA something to supplement their TRS. And it is a hard conversation to say, and teachers don't get Social Security. So it's a hard conversation, but it can be overcome.
Absolutely.
And you can start these other products, the Roth or the IRA or the 403B, to supplement your TRS, and you can retire fine.
And have the life that you sort of envision for yourself in retirement.
Exactly. And a lot of people criticize TRS, but TRS is guaranteed income.
Yep.
Guaranteed income. And that is one.
That's rare nowadays.
That's right. And it is, so if you can supplement.
Absolutely. You're putting yourself in such a much healthier situation.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Well, today I just had so much fun chatting with you, Miss Wilson. Anything you would like our audience to know before we go? Anything you would like to share?
Well, I think, as we mentioned, everybody needs some form of financial help, financial planning.
Yes.
And, we just offer the members, we do not charge for the first meeting.
Oh, that's right, for the Education Credit Union members.
That's right.
That's right.
And that our doors are open. We don't turn people away.
Yeah.
And we would just love to help anybody that needs, if your spouse has died, if you've inherited some money, and you have questions about what to do. Absolutely. Call us.
And our members get that first meeting for free. That is such a fantastic resource, and we're happy to connect you. Again, thank you so much. You've been so incredibly insightful. And thank you to our audience for joining us. Once again, you can find us every other Wednesday on YouTube and Spotify. And thank you once more for joining us on The Core.